What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy. We got a hashtag SoloPat in the chat tonight. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. The Yankees are playing the final game of a 3-game set against the Boston Red Sox tonight, finishing up that series, looking to avoid a sweep. Not an ideal situation so far for the Yankees. But before we get into today's game, shout out to everybody currently in the chat. Let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal by now. Shout out to Larry's Treasures, Lori, Matt. We got Felix, Jamie, Jesse Dominguez, Luke, Damian. Who else we got? We got Wojtek, Daniel, Lori, Not So Family Fun Vision, Jeff. Who else? We got Ultimate Warrior, Yankees Highlights, Liana, Dirtbike Nation, Fritz. Sorry if I missed anybody. Hope everyone enjoyed their Sunday so far. Listen. It's been a week and a half at this point of the Yankees just playing brutal baseball. Now, if they could just salvage this last game of the series, I guess we'd have to be satisfied, right? I mean, I would obviously prefer a win tonight over a loss. They've lost 7 out of their last 9. They just continue plummeting in the standings in the American League East. It's not an ideal situation at all, but keep the positivity flowing, right, chat? But let's take a look at the Yankees lineup for tonight. I promise no Boone picking his nose tonight. It's not on the screen. But leading it off for the Yankees is going to be DJ LeMahieu. You got Judge 2. Stanton is out of the lineup. Apparently, Stanton can't be playing 3 days in a row. I still don't know what the deal with that is. Just really no clue. But got Glaber in the 3-hole. Gio 4. Sanchez 5. Chris Gittens 6 in his second career MLB game. Frazier 7. Andujar 8. And the man himself, Brett Gardner, in the 9-hole playing center field with Domingo Germán on the mound. Listen, I would have liked to see Stanton in there with Judge in center instead of Gardner. But I don't know what the deal is with Stanton. The Yankees just seem to be babying the dude so much. He was supposed to be playing every game of the series. Clearly, that's not the case. And especially considering the Yankees have an off day tomorrow, I don't know why he can't be playing tonight. First of all, the Yankees have an off day tomorrow. Then they play 3 games against Minnesota, and they have another off day on Friday. So there's no reason Stanton shouldn't be playing tonight. It's so annoying. But listen, shout out to Ruben Cruz with the $5 dono. Run back those Brian Finger guns. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. Appreciate that, Ruben. He says, Winker just had his second 3-home run game of the season. The man is hitting 350, 412, 665 with a 1,000 OPS. 17 home runs. Get this man. He is left-handed, and he plays outfield. Listen, you guys know how much I would love to have Jesse Winker. I just don't really see it happening. I mean, if we kind of look at what the Yankees have done so far this season, right? It's just not in their plans. I can't really see them going all out for a Jesse Winker type guy, especially because of the value that he holds right now. Jesse Winker is holding a lot of value, and it would take a lot to trade him. The Reds would probably start the asking price with Jason Dominguez, so it's just not happening. But let's go back to the regular setup here. Appreciate you all for stopping by. I know the Yankees are not fun right now. I know a lot of people in the chat hate the Yankees right now, but I still appreciate everybody for stopping by for the pre-games and post-games every day. But let's take a look at some of these comments in the chat. Luke says, going to bed after Pat signs off, only here to support the channel. Can't lose more sleep for this team. Luke, you're the man, bro. That makes me so happy. Like, genuinely, thank you. See, the fact that you guys are just trying to support me and not even the Yankees at this point, that means a lot. But Programmer Logic says, should have taken your advice not to go to the game. You went to the game yesterday? If you did, I'm so sorry. That sucks. I know Brian and Para, they're going to the game tonight, so if anybody sees them on TV, let me know. But I told them, I was like, I kind of feel bad for you guys that you're gone, but it is what it is. Let's see. A man says, great name. It is unfortunate that the pitching staff has little offensive support. It is. Now, if Domingo Germán gives up 3 earned runs tonight, the Yankees essentially lose because they're not scoring more than 3 runs off Garrett Richards. I can just about guarantee that. I think the best case scenario is the Yankees kind of keep it tied like 2-2 going into extra innings, and then they pull it out in extras somehow. But I can't see the offense exploding tonight off Garrett Richards. We kind of went over this when we went over like the series preview. Looking at the Yankees' construction, they were set up to kind of win the first 2 games of the series, and then Game 3 was kind of going to be the one where I was predicting them to lose. But now here it is, and if they want to avoid getting swept, they have to win the final game of the series, which sucks, but it is what it is. Let's see. Yankees Highlights says there was fireworks at Yankee Stadium. Definitely not last night. For the Yankees, anyway. Last night's game was so weird. Like, I felt like we were in it. I felt like we did have the lead at some point, right? Gleyber Torres hit that 2-run shot. We were up 2-0. And then all of a sudden, bang, Yankees just collapse. Like, come on, bro. Jesse says tomorrow's an off day for the Yankees. Yes, tomorrow is an off day. And with that being said, tomorrow we will have our usual off day stream at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be me and Dan. We'll be live for about an hour tomorrow night, 9 to 10. It'll be fun, trust me. I see another comment. KG Baseball says Mayweather or Paul. I want Paul to win, but I think Mayweather will. Logan Paul. Logan Paul's going to win tonight. Just saying. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Jeff says, I hate the Yankees right now, but love Pat and team Unhinged. Appreciate you, Jeff. You guys are so nice today. I don't know, like, it's like we go in streaks sometimes, right? Like, one day the chat's like, yo, Pat, be quiet. Pat, you're crazy. But then next day it's like, yo, Pat, you're the best. So it's like, I'll take what I could get sometimes. Let's see. Fritz says, right now, not even sure if we would destroy elite contact hitters by teaching our approach. Maybe a Ketel Marte, a Winker, and Adam Frazier, or whoever, we would poison their abilities, leaving nobody. You know, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. That's kind of like my biggest fear, right? You kind of go out and you acquire a guy like Ketel Marte, and then it's just, I don't know if he'd even be the same hitter in New York. I really don't know. There's actually a video coming out on our channel tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be me and Brian. It's like a 10-minute video talking about whether or not the Yankees should go after Adam Frazier of the Pirates, because I think he's a very intriguing option. But that's going to be out on the channel tomorrow at 12 p.m., so kind of stay tuned for that. That's going to make up for the lack of a post-game today. Chat, there's going to be no post-game today, so keep that in mind. Yeah. But, let's see. Leanna says, I dislike the Yankees right now, but your stream is always good. It's the best part of the day for me. You guys are so nice. Appreciate that, Leanna. A man says, only fireworks is 1 through 9 torching memories of past Yankees teams. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Kind of watching these games is becoming just a chore at this point. It's really just a chore. It is what it is. I'd like to see this team get better eventually, right? I kind of spoke with Dan about this last night off stream, obviously. And, like, Dan is taking it, like, much more. You guys are going to, like, get his input on it tomorrow. But he's much more emotionally destroyed by this team than I am. Personally, I think I'm just so numb to it. It's kind of the losses and everything and the poor performances don't really get to me as much as they do Dan. They still get to Dan. Trust me. You guys will find out tomorrow. But Cold Start says, Stanton can't play more than 3 because he isn't getting paid enough. I don't know if it's on Stanton, though. I really don't know if it's on Stanton. I mean, you look at the Yankees benching him and their reasoning behind it. It seems like they want to build him up. Still, I don't know what the deal is with that. But, listen, I don't know if we could blame Stanton. Obviously, you want to, like, see him kind of fight to be in that lineup every day. I don't know if they're letting him. I really don't know. But whatever. Jamie says Mayweather lives right down the road from me. He's quite the character. That's actually, you must live in a very nice neighborhood then, Jamie. You must live in a very nice neighborhood. If Floyd Mayweather is basically your neighbor. Richard says, are you worried about Garrett Cole and the sticky substance? Not really. It's interesting, though. The whole sticky substance thing, it's so strange to me, simply because, like, MLB seems to be cracking down heavier on that than they are on, like, the whole Astros cheating scandal and the whole Red Sox cheating scandal as well. So I think it's kind of ironic that MLB's, like, picking this hill to die on and just going after players so heavily for using, like, substances to kind of improve their grip on the ball and, like, improve spin rate and all that. So I think it's strange. I don't think Garrett Cole's performance is going to be affected too much, but I guess we'll find out. I don't know. Daniel says, Pat, Brett Gardner is the best Yankees outfielder. He has the highest career WAR out of all of them. See, but this is one of those things where it's like, I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. I know that this isn't a clear troll. It's an obvious troll. So I'm not falling for it at all. Sorry. Lori says Judge will not win MVP on this crappy team. It's a shame. It's a real shame. You guys know I'm sticking with my predictions. I'm sticking with my beginning of the season predictions. I still think Judge is winning MVP. I still think Cole is winning Cy Young. And I still think that the Yankees are winning the World Series. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know people are going to come at me for it, but it is what it is. Just like Justin Dominguez said, Judge for MVP, Cole for Cy Young. I think Cole and Judge are kind of two of the only Yankees who have not disappointed us really at all this season. I know Judge had that little slump in May, and then also I know that Cole has had a couple of clunkers, but still, you're looking at two guys who have single-handedly carried their portions of the team, right? Cole is carrying the Yankees pitching for the most part, and Judge is carrying this offense. It's sad, but it's the sad truth. LA Yankee King says, tomorrow's an off day, so DFA Odor, trade DJ LeMahieu, move Torres to second base, call up Park to be the shortstop, move Andujar to first base, send Gittins to AAA, and call up Florial to be the center fielder. Oh, man. LA Yankee King, you know I'm a fan of you, man. You know I support your decisions in life. But, I mean, that's not happening. I can guarantee you none of that's happening. Yeah. Jesse Dominguez says the Yankees lineup will not produce tonight and they will get swept tonight by Boston. I hope not. I mean, chat, like, to say, the fact that we could say this so casually at this point, though. Like, yeah, the Yankees just aren't going to show up tonight. They're going to get swept easily. It's not that far cry from the truth. If you tell me that 9 times out of 10, it's probably happening. Sorry. Yankees Highlight says the Yankees are going to be a wild card team. Can you guys imagine if we have to play the wild card game this year, especially with the expectations we had going into this season, and how we thought we were easily the team to beat in the American League East? Imagine having to play a wild card game in Boston. I probably wouldn't make it through the first inning without being in tears. I'd just be miserable. Or, Chad, hear me out. Let's say the Royals get extremely hot. Yankees-Royals wildcard game. Oh, God. Jesse Dominguez says, when is Zach Britton coming back from the IL? That's actually a good question. I'm not entirely sure, but I could maybe look it up. I saw Severino. I believe he made his first rehab start today in Single A in Tampa, and he was touching 98 on the gun. I don't know how to feel about that. I would like to see him kind of work himself up to that rather than like shooting 98 right off the bat. I don't know. I just hope that they're not rushing Sevy back. I hope he's not rushing himself back. But yeah, I guess it's something good to see. I don't know. Jesus Chavez with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Jesus. He says, I'm disappointed with the whole team besides Judge and Frazier. Psych. LMAO, get rid of him first. LOL. Judge, Gio, and Cole, untouchable, and maybe Gardy. All right, Jesus is a Gardy guy. We know that. He's an anti-Frazier guy. We know that. It's actually kind of funny at this point, but we got the Brian Finger guns. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. Listen, I would say Judge, Gio, and Cole, kind of the only Yankees who don't deserve any hate at this point. Could partially throw Glaber into that mix as well. Glaber's had a pretty good season. I know we haven't seen the power numbers, but I think as far as like with his bat, he's definitely improved from the beginning of the year. But other than that, everyone's been extremely disappointing. Extremely disappointing. But whatever. Tumbo says, if Garrett can't cheat anymore, does that mean we're paying $36 million for Pirates Garrett Cole? I hope not. I don't think so. I think Garrett Cole is such a dog on the mound that even without any sort of substances, I still think he's going to be a beast. But I hope he doesn't turn into Pirates Cole. I really hope not. Yankee Fan for Life says, imagine we had no starting pitching with this lack of offense, we'd be in a worse spot. Oh, if the Yankees starting pitching wasn't at the level that they're at right now, we're looking at a last place team probably. I mean, the Yankees offense, I think we kind of just don't even realize how actually bad it is. Like, we're looking at an offense that's one of the worst in the league. This is like a last place team offensively. It's crazy. The Yankees pitching has bailed them out so much this season. They're lucky to be in the position that they are in right now. I mean, what's the Yankees' current record? They're what, 3 games above 5? Yeah, they're 3 games above 500. They are blessed to be in that spot. But also regarding Zach Britton, apparently he's very close to returning. He threw 18 pitches on Saturday afternoon, had 3 strikeouts. He said he felt good. I don't know when he's supposed to be expected back. Apparently sometime on the next road trip. That's what he said. I don't know, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think the key here is that while Zach Britton will be an improvement in the Yankees bullpen, he's not going to change this team. The Yankees need something offensively in order to get them going. I don't know what that's going to be, but we'll see. Fritz says Stanton ain't the problem, in my opinion. It's the Yankees' philosophy. If Cashman wouldn't have gotten Stanton, he would have gotten Gallo. Yankees have wrong priorities. Team construction and balance is a big issue. Yeah, and you guys are going to hear me and Brian talking about this a bunch tomorrow in the video that comes out when we discuss Adam Frazier. And he's kind of exactly what the Yankees need, right? A solid, versatile left-handed hitter who hits for high average, essentially a left-handed DJ LeMahieu. But Adam Frazier has been untouchable so far this season, hitting with runners in scoring position. And personally, I'm not going to give too much away as far as what I think could play a role for this team. But it's possible he could be a solid leadoff hitter for the Yankees. This dude's batting over 400 with runners in scoring position this season. It's unreal. It's definitely the most realistic option right now. Unless we're talking about Delano DeShields Jr., because that's probably the most realistic option right now. Wojtek says, do you know what would be the most embarrassing thing ever, getting swept by the Twins next week? I wouldn't even say it's the most embarrassing, because getting swept by the Tigers was the most embarrassing thing of all time. Jamie says, after Kluber threw the no-no and Voit came back, I thought the Yankees had a real shot, but now not so much. It's weird. It seems like the Kluber no-no was the peak of our season, right? We were just working our way up to that point, and the offense wasn't really looking too hot, but they were getting the job done because the pitching was so good. And then kind of once the Kluber no-hitter happened and Voit came back, and it seemed like nothing good happened after that. All we did was find out that the Kluber got hurt, Voit got hurt again. It was basically a downward spiral after the no-hitter, so whatever. Not So Family Fun Vision says, Hal isn't a Steinbrenner, he's a cheap Brenner. Pretty solid. I like that. Good one. A man says Stanton hamstrings himself. All right. Pretty solid. Martin says Adam Frazier is a great player. I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Now, also, here's my thing. Adam Frazier is having a great season. However, it is an outlier season. If you kind of look at Adam Frazier's stats as a whole, right, he hasn't been this hitter his entire career. I'm going to pull up his numbers really quickly, just because I think it's important to keep in mind, while he's very good this year. Last season, he batted .230. Season before, .278. Season before that, .277. Season before that, .276. So he's kind of a consistently .275-ish hitter. I don't think he's necessarily this .333 guy that we're seeing this season. But I don't know. Maybe you could prove me wrong. Shout out to Jesus Chavez with the $2 dono, though. Appreciate you, Jesus. He says, let's get Frazier and Reynolds from the Pirates. I think I'm definitely higher on Reynolds than I am Frazier. But if you get both of them, I think that kind of changes the game for the Yankees as a whole. As far as their offense goes, I think injecting those two guys into the lineup would be unreal. Looking at Brian Reynolds, he had an excellent season in 2019. Down season last year in the 60-game season, but he's right back up to pace this year, if not better than his 2019 campaign. He's batting .291, .392 on base, .890 OPS, .146 OPS plus. He's another guy who kind of plays all the outfield positions. He's mostly a center fielder, which would be ideal for the Yankees right now, especially considering Brett Gardner is their center fielder. So, yeah. But Yankees Reverse says, yo, Pat, Matty V is broadcasting the game on ESPN tonight. That's a shame that I'm going to miss it. That's a shame I'm going to miss it. Yankee Fan for Life says, why no postgame today? No postgame today because I will be watching the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. So, yeah, that's why there's going to be no postgame. But Yankee Fan for Life says, how's your day, Patrick? My day's solid. Can't complain. Appreciate you for asking. How's your day, Yankee Fan for Life? But Joseph says, hey, Pat, should I even watch the game today? Yeah, watch the game today. However, take my advice and kind of, if you have anything else you could be doing in the background, do it. Do it. It's just as simple as that. I don't suggest anyone dedicating 3 hours of time out of their day anymore to kind of just sit down and watch Yankees baseball. It's not worth your time, especially if you could be doing something productive on the side. If you have a little side hustle, if you have a crayon business, make your crayons in the background. If you have a candle business, make your candles in the background. You guys know what I'm saying. If you have schoolwork to do that. Don't sit down and waste 3 hours on the Yankees. Let's see. What else we got? Jeff says, I really hope A-Rod absolutely lays into the front office tonight, especially since we know he and Cashman hate each other. That's true. That is true. I'd like to see A-Rod just rip the Yankees organization. It wouldn't really help his hopes to be the Yankees hitting coach or manager one day, but I don't think he has to worry about that anyway. I doubt they'll ever hire him again. Let's see. Jesus Chavez says, I'm watching the game on Yahoo Sports while I play Uno with my little brother-in-laws. That's probably the way to go. Probably the way to go. Honestly, you don't even have to watch the game. You could just follow the box score. Simple as that. Programmer Logic said, it's still fun to be at the stadium and be with other fans, but buy the cheap seats. You don't need a good view of this team. That's true. Going to Yankee Stadium is always fun, right? Even though the team sucks at times, a game day experience is always a great thing to do, especially with like friends. You just go hang out at the game. But I'm definitely not paying premier price for tickets to go watch the Yankees right now. They don't deserve it at all. Sam says, still hoping for that Gittins RBI tonight. Also, I know this seems crazy, but I hope the Yankees can find a way to acquire Adolis Garcia before the deadline. Yeah, he's the guy on the Rangers that we went up against. I believe he hit a home run off Cole, if I'm not mistaken, but he's having an awesome season. He's an outfielder as well. Don't know what it would take to get him. He's not a free agent until 2027, so he has a bunch of team control left. He's batting .278 this year, .316 on base, .867 OPS. He has 16 home runs, which is crazy. And he plays, I believe, multiple outfield positions. Yeah, he plays left, center, and right, so he'd be awesome to have in the Yankees outfield. I would love to have Adolis Garcia. I just don't know if it's happening. I truly, chat, at this point, I don't know at this point if the Yankees are going to go out and acquire an outfielder. I just don't. It's strange. I really think that they're just fine with what they have. I think they're cool with Brett Gardner. Because let's say they do acquire an outfielder, right? I don't think they want Brett Gardner becoming a bench bat. I really don't. I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. Jeff says, I miss early April prices when tickets to the stadium were $10. Yeah, good times. I remember when we went to with the Unhinged team. I vlogged it. If anybody hasn't checked out the vlog that we have on the channel from when myself and Dan and the entire Unhinged team went to the game against the Astros, definitely go check that out. It's a great watch. It's only like a 5-minute vlog. But yeah, that was a great time, only because the stadium was so empty. Even though it was raining, still a great time. Awesome time. Yankee Fan for Life says, more vlogs, please. Make it longer. We're definitely going to be doing more vlogs this season. More vlogs for sure. I just don't know when when the next game is going to be that we're going to all go to. I'm kind of hoping sometime in July, probably. Before the All-Star break, I'm going to try to get one more vlog in. And then a postseason vlog for sure. I mean, it'll be tough. I mean, I hope they make the postseason. I'm not trying to like jump too far ahead here. But when they do make the postseason, we'll probably get like one of those vlogs in as well. Wojtek says we won't get anything good for Torres, so forget about any moves now. And as Tumbo said, 100%. I don't think you're trading Torres. Anybody who's kind of mentioning a Torres for Story deal, no. That's not happening. I really don't see that happening at all. But, I mean, listen, I think Gleyber Torres kind of deserves a little bit of credit simply because he's gotten the job done and improved. And I kind of respect anytime someone can improve themselves defensively and offensively at the plate. Yeah, shout out to Gleyber Torres. I don't think he's gotten enough credit for his defensive upgrades so far this season. Justin Dominguez says 15-0. Yankees get swept tonight by Boston. That's rough. That would, listen, if the Yankees get wiped out 15-0 tonight, that would just be brutal. Yeah. Yankee Fan for Life says, is Unhinged hiring at the moment? We did bring on some interns for the summer. If anybody's looking to get college credit, or just basically like help out the team as like a contributor, you want to be a writer, social media contributor. If you have any video editing experience, head to the description. There's an email in that description. It's unhingedservice@gmail.com, and shoot an email over there and kind of mention if you're looking to join the team, in what capacity you're looking to join the team as, what skill set you would be able to provide. If you have a resume, attach a resume. And yeah, unhingedservice@gmail.com if you're looking to join the Unhinged team. But chat, let's make some predictions for tonight. Let's head over back to the lineup real quick. I guess I'll make my home run predictions, right? The Yankees are going up against Garrett Richards, so do keep that in mind. I want to pull up the Yankees' career stats against Garrett Richards and see who kind of has the best numbers against him, if anyone does. Let me pull this up real quick. So, it looks like out of the Yankees lineup, not many guys have good career numbers against Garrett Richards. No one really has more than 4 at bats, besides Rougned Odor, and he's not even in the lineup tonight. So I guess you could kind of just handpick whatever you want to do. I guess I'll pick the usual 2 guys. We'll go Judge, Frazier, right? Have to. And then our 3rd guy is going to be Gittins. I think Gittins is going to hit a home run tonight for his first MLB home run. I think that would be awesome. I love Gittins. Chris Gittins put up some really good at-bats yesterday. I think that that's something that we can't really ignore either. Also, chat, if we're putting this out there, I know everyone loves Estevan Florial. I think so far what Chris Gittins has showed, I think that he's more ready for Major League competition than Estevan Florial is. I hope you guys agree with me on that. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing with the eye test. But yeah, as far as home runs go, I got Gittins, Frazier, and Judge. You guys know the usual. But I see Big Brain Borg said, Pat, can you do a Q&A about Unhinged? Yeah, so that would actually be cool because I know a lot of you guys have questions and stuff. So what we'll do is we'll make that a Twitch stream one night. One night after the post game, I'll do a Twitch stream and you guys could kind of just ask me any questions that you want. We'll do it on there. Jamie says, prediction, Yanks fool everyone tonight and win a tough game. I would love that. I don't necessarily know if I see that happening, but you guys know I'm not going to argue that. But as far as my predictions for Domingo Germán goes, before I kind of make my prediction on how well he does tonight, let's look at his most recent starts. We'll kind of break down his most recent one, I guess. I was against the Rays on June 1st. He went 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks, gave up 2 home runs there. His past couple starts haven't really been that good. Since the Texas start, he hasn't really been that good. His start before June 1st was against the Blue Jays, and that was at home as well. 5 2/3, 2 earned runs, 2 home runs, 5 Ks. Pretty similar start to his last one. So I think he does a little bit better than those last 2. I think he goes 6 tonight, but he gives up 3 earned runs. So we're going to get a little bit more length out of Domingo tonight, but I still think we're going to get the same amount of production. This Red Sox lineup is no joke. Listen, I don't know if 3 runs from Domingo Germán will get the job done. I think if the Yankees want to win tonight, they're going to have Domingo Domingo give up nothing. That's probably what's going to have to be the case. It just sucks, though. Like, at this point, if the Yankees want to win a game, their pitching can't give up more than 1 run. It's weird. I never thought I'd have to say this in the almost middle of June, but here we are. Jamie says, I thought Gittins looked smooth at first, and I liked his at-bats too. Good things may happen soon for him. For sure. That's another thing. Gittins looks solid at first base. He looks like a pretty good defensive first baseman. I think that if his future isn't with the Yankees at first base, I think that he'll definitely be a solid first baseman for someone in the future. We're just going to have to wait and see. But as far as my final score prediction for tonight, chat, I think, unfortunately, I have the Yankees losing tonight. I do. I hope they prove me wrong, but I have them losing by a score of 6-3. 6-3. I'm just not too confident. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the last 2 games. I don't think anybody can kind of come on here and just very proudly predict a win for the Yankees tonight. I just don't see it. It's very possible that they do win. It's very possible that the Yankees score 15 runs tonight. Sure, I would take that easily. But do I see it happening? No. Especially based on the pitching matchups. I'm sorry. I wish I could be positive tonight. I'm just not. But Martin says, when I see Pat at Yankee Stadium one day, I'll be wearing an Unhinged shirt. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Listen, if I ever see anybody wearing an Unhinged shirt, you're getting a massive high five. And then I'm going to ask you for your shipping address. I'm going to send you another free shirt. There you go. But Jeff says, also, Pat, I'm definitely going to apply to be a writer for Unhinged. Going to use my skills to cope with this terrible team. Go for it. Usually what I do if someone wants to be a writer for the blog, I basically just ask for a writing sample. But yeah, shoot me an email and then we'll go from there. But chat, with that being said, I'll kind of recap my predictions one more time. I have Judge, Frazier, and Gittins all going yard tonight. And then as far as Domingo goes, I have him going 6, 3 earned runs. As far as Ks go, probably like 7 or 8. I don't even think it matters too much how many Ks he has. But Jesus says, what if you see anyone with an unhinged flag? That would be ridiculous. If I see someone with an unhinged flag, they're getting like 5 free t-shirts. It's as simple as that. But then final score prediction for tonight. Like I said, I have the Yankees losing 6-3. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they avoid the sweep tonight. But I think tomorrow will be a much-needed off day. And speaking of tomorrow's off day, I will be live tomorrow, 9 p.m. with Dan Rourke. You guys are going to want to stay tuned for that stream. But like I said, no post-game tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Video going up on the channel, 12 p.m. Tomorrow. It's going to be about Adam Frazier and whether or not the Yankees should go acquire him. So stay tuned for that content. Also, like I said, tomorrow's live stream is going to be at 9 p.m. because it is an off day. Chat, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Bunch of links in the description. Go join the Discord. It's so much fun on there. Also, follow us on Newsbreak for exclusive content. And also, merchandise link in the description as well, unhingedclothing.shop. Bunch of $5, $10 t-shirts. You guys know the deal. Also, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Hope everyone enjoys the game. Let's go, Yankees. See you next time. Peace.